Hey everyone, what's up? It's me. Oh, right. We haven't properly been introduced yet. My name is the Graphics Geek, and I'd like to welcome you all to my shop garage, affectionately known as the lab. So this is where a lot of the magic is going to be happening, and I hope you dig it. So now that we've been properly introduced, hey everyone, what's up? It's me, your boy, the Graphics Geek, and I would like to welcome you to my first video. Speaking of which, this video is sponsored by Kick to the Motivational Drink. Oh, now that's some good liquid motivation. Kick to the get your butt up off the couch and do something. Now that that's over, let's get started on our first project. Okay, so the first project that we're gonna make is simple, easy, and seasonal appropriate. Fall is approaching in what, a couple of days? And also, my favorite holiday, Halloween. I mean, I love this holiday, but don't get me started on that. So, you've seen these little wooden pumpkins that are made out of 2x4s. Well, those are really simple to do, but you see what they're charging for them, right? And that's a great fall project. But you know what? Why stop at just a fall project? Halloween is coming up. Let's turn this into a Halloween project, and when you're done with it, you can make it a fall project by adding our own little flavoring, our own little seasoning to this. So now we have a nice little pumpkin, and you turn it around and we have a name on this. But we're not gonna stop at that. So we're gonna move on even further, because a little sprinkle of seasoning isn't enough. Let's so what you're gonna need is a base piece of wood, something like a 2x6. You can also use a 2x4, but I have 4 people in my family, so I want a little bit of room on this thing. So we're gonna use a 2x6. You're also gonna need a 2x4 that's at least 24 inches long in my case. In your case, it could be different. It depends on how many pumpkins you're making. Ah, yeah, see the strength? Okay, yeah, you know it's 2 different pieces. But like I said, in my case, 24 inches long. We're gonna cut a couple of different sized pumpkins out of these things. And I think we're gonna cue a cut montage. And after the cut montage, I will, put the, what are those things? The measurements up on the screen so that you guys can pause and, take down the measurements in case you're gonna be doing 4 pumpkins or 5. I think you can fit 5 on that. So I'm rambling. Let's get to that cut montage. Hey, it's me again. I know I said that we were gonna get to the cut montage, but there's something I wanna do beforehand. It involves fire. Oh yeah, before we get this started, let me mention, make sure that you have proper protective gear. Have a fire extinguisher on hand and also have water. Little fires here and there have known to have been caused. Now, this is a Japanese wood burning technique called shosugibon. Now, if you can see, when you burn the wood, these grains will pop out really cool. So you want to use a soft wood, and you want to find wood with great grain. Better grain than this, but for our little craft pumpkins, this is going to work out great. So let's set it on fire. We interrupt our scheduled saw montage to bring you this urgent report. Okay, so we think that we've already made our pumpkins different with the shosugibon, but we haven't. Look, you see how they are on this one? So that's not enough to separate us. Remember I said we were going to sprinkle in a little bit of flavor for us? So we made our burning a little bit darker. But here's another way that we're going to separate this. We're going to bring it up a level. We're going to grab our crosscut sled right here, and we're going to mark it an inch in, and we're going to bring our saw blade up about a 1/16 to a 1/4 of an inch, whatever your preference is. And we're gonna run it through once, cut, flip it, cut on the other side, flip it over, cut, flip it over, and cut again. And then we're gonna have little lines in there for a pumpkin thing. And you can get as detailed as you want with it. We're gonna like take a really little brush and paint in that lines. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Let's get this done so we can get on to the next steps, shall we? I don't know which way to push it. Maybe this way? Right, most of the gruff work is done. So, hey, come closer, come closer. You can't see this. It's cool. Now, as you can see, we have everything burnt. We have everything cut. And look at these beautiful lines. I mean, look at that striation going through there. And we also have these little lines in there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you will be able to see it in person. And it makes a little bit of something extra just to have that texture, real texture in there. So we have almost everything done. What we're gonna wanna do next is we're gonna wanna cut holes in here in our base and at the bottom of our pumpkins. It does not matter what size drill bit you use, as long as you have an appropriate corresponding, dowel to stick in. I think we're gonna use pencils because I don't really have anything right now. So let's get these drilled out. You find the center of these. You try to drill down straight as possible. My drill press is rusty and was given to me and I haven't gotten to work yet. Can't find a chuck, nothing. So I'm gonna do the best that I can and I'll skip back to this when I drill. I got my depth marked on where I wanna go. So straight up. And I'm just eyeballing it. And hopefully straight down. Okay guys, we didn't just upgrade our pumpkin patch display by adding this beautiful burn that gives it a tiger stripe feel to it. That, if you put on a stain and a top coat or just a clear top coat alone, it is going to look phenomenal. We'll see that towards the end. We didn't just do that, no. We did it on these as well, but did we stop there? No, look what we did. We cut those little rabbits or dado cuts into here to give it a little bit of texture, more depth. And we're not gonna just glue these to the top. No. And say that's a day, here's your pumpkin patch. No, man, we're gonna give you options because variety is the spice of life. So you can put these in there, do what you want. I mean, like, yeah, you want a bigger one in the back, a smaller one in the front. There we go. This is you. This is all you. Kid was acting up, you want to kind of like separate it from the family a little bit, put the short guy in back. There you go. So up next, we're going to decorate this. Stick around and let me figure out the colors. Thanks, cameraman.
Camera woman.
Woman. Right. So now we move on to the staining stage. Try saying that 3 times fast. Staining stage, staining stage, staining stage. Okay, well, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. But, okay, so this part you can either stain or you can paint or you can do both. So here's the thing. This one is just painted on and wiped off. I used just a regular acrylic. This one, I used a, gun stock. I used a gun stock stain and then I went over it with the acrylic orange. I think it gives a little bit of extra something. Here they are side by side. Now, it is hard to tell the difference, but when you are in person and you see it, I think this goes a little bit better. It is a little bit more work, but like I said, we are going to upgrade this. So the work is worth it. So let's get started on that. All right. All right, so we're gonna wait for this to dry. I think I'm gonna go work on the stencils, and I don't need to show you guys how to do the stencils and stuff because that we're gonna do at a later date. Like I said, this shop is a mixed media. We're going to be doing some screen printing. We're going to be doing bleach work. We're going to be vinyl work, all kinds of stuff in here. Every kind of skill that I've half-assed learned throughout the years of my life on this earth, we're going to be utilizing. So I'm going to wait for this to dry, and then we'll move on to the next stage. So I'll see you guys in a few. Okay, so as you've seen me do, you don't want to brush this on. You want to more pat, because especially if you've done the stain, because the vinyl doesn't want to stick as well, and it is good to use a vinyl and not what do you call it, stencil material for this part. Use a vinyl. And there we go. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to finish off the backs, and then I'll see you guys for the next step. Right, I forgot to mention, while we're waiting for the pumpkins to dry and to put a clear coat on, we have to cut stems. And now I don't want to use dowels. I want to use actual, go out, find a stick, and then use those as stems. I'm going to cut them on this, and then we are going to, get to what we got to do. So I'll tell you what, I'm not going to make you guys go through this. I'm sure you know how to cut on the bandsaw. We're just going to skip right to the last part. We're going to have the clear coat on. We'll have our stems on, and we'll take a look at the final project. How's that sound? Good? Good for me too. I'll see you guys at the end. All right, this is the finished product, guys. It is done. So this is our Halloween side right here. And then when you're ready to switch it over to fall, you just turn them around and you got the names of each person on your pumpkin patch. Now, I'll admit, this was supposed to be done in white. I got a little nervous and forgot. But as you can see, doing it in white, everything pops up really well. Halloween. Let's get back to my favorite side. So guys, I hope you like it. I really enjoy doing this. I'm super nervous. I gotta tell you, freaked me out. I'm glad that it's done. First video is gonna be out there, and just let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like it. Any comments, any suggestions would help. If you dislike it, let me know. Leave me a dislike and let me know. So be sure to like, subscribe, comment, do all of those things. Help a new channel out. And also, I would like to say for making me get up off the couch and do this, I like to thank, not the fake motivational drink, but I would like to thank my wife. She just made me move and do it. I would also like to thank Matthew Peach, who will never, ever see this, I know. And I would also love to thank my boy, the bearded Viking, Skull. Again, you also just made me, that personality, that's my personality. I seen it and I was like, I have to do it. I have to try it. My wife was like, hey, you're watching you. get out there, do it. So hey, I know you two will never see this, but just in case anybody does that know you guys, or talk to you guys or comment with you guys, I mean, just hey, thank you guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys later. I hope you'll try it, and then you too can say, I made this.